Hi everybody. I wanted to show you guys how I do my skincare prep in the wintertime when my skin gets dry, what I use for my foundation, what I use for my skincare, just so you can see that there are different ways to actually start with the base of your makeup before you go into eyeshadow and mascara and all of that good stuff. So the first thing I'm going to show you is one of our newer products, and this is our Instant Lift Serum. This is actually, like it says, it's an instant lift, but it's also a treatment, so it will help your skin over time. So I put this on before I put on any of my makeup, but after I do my facial cleansing, I also spray rose water, which is a toner, a refresher. It does a lot of different things, but we do have this in our Royalty Skincare line. This is a great product. So I spray that, I let it sit, and then once my face feels dry, then I'll go ahead and start with my instant lift. So we're gonna go ahead and apply that. Less is more in this case. So you can see just a couple drops, not much. And then I just tap it on the areas that I have concern with, which are my forehead, around my lips, and then around my eyes. And if you apply too much, you might get a little film on your face. It reminds me a little bit of toothpaste when it's dried on. So just, if you get that happening, just apply less. So you really don't need a lot. And then whatever I have left over, I just put it on my neck. And if you have really deep wrinkles on your neck, then you want to go ahead and apply more there. It just depends on, what you need. So I do around my eyes. This will also help with eye puffiness. If you've had allergies and things like that and your eyes a little puffy or lack of sleep, this will help with it if you apply it under your eyes. So I do that first. And then I want to let that dry. It starts to not tingle, but you can feel it pulling a little bit and tightening your skin. And unlike some other lifting products, this doesn't inflame your skin and make it puffy to reduce wrinkles. It actually softens the wrinkles. So it does the opposite of what you may see in some other instant lifts. So it's a really great product, all natural ingredients. It's a lot better for you than those other products that are gonna just inflame your skin. It's really, the other products are actually giving yourself an allergy to puff you out, which is not what you want. So this will help with treatment over time. So I do that. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is apply my moisturizer. And it just depends on what you want to use. I've been using the Hydrating Day Cream. There is one for oily skin and one for dry skin, and or normal to dry skin, and this is the one that's normal to dry. So this is the Hydrating Day Cream, and it does have SPF in it. So that's what I'm gonna apply next. And applying moisturizer over the instant lift will do several things. One, it will help to alleviate the kind of filmy look that you might get. It will also give you a better application of your makeup. So just apply that generously. Even if you have oily skin, you always want to moisturize, because moisture and oils are not the same thing. All skin needs moisture. Now, of course, I do cleanse my skin with the hydrating cleanser when my skin is dry, which it is now because of the winter. All right, so I apply that. And this is actually what the cleanser looks like. It's a much bigger tube. So we have one for oily skin, and then we have one for normal to dry skin. The normal to dry skin is what I'm using right now. But if I have breakouts, then I'll switch over to the pore purifying cleanser. But this is what I'm using now. All right, so let that dry. I'm going a little quicker than normal, so it's not quite dry, but it's close enough. And then the next thing I do is my Glorious Primer. The Glorious Primer now is black. This is the white container, the older white containers, which you can't see at all. But the new containers are black. They match our Royalty line. This one I do about a dime size, maybe a little bit more product. And a primer is always important, whether it's dry skin, oily skin, doesn't really make a difference. You always want to use primer. A primer sets a foundation for your foundation, or lack of, even if you don't want to use foundation, if you use powder or something else. And it keeps that makeup from settling into your skin and into your pores, so you have more of a flawless finish. This feels really good. It feels like silk. Love it. And you can see that I'm taking the excess and putting it in my hair because it's a really good kind of conditioning treatment, and it kind of fixes those flyaways. So I would let that sit a little bit next. And then, again, when it's the dry season or it's been windy or something like that, I don't use my liquid foundation that you see me use most of the time, which is this bottle that dries to a powder finish. I actually use my BB Flawless. It is a tinted moisturizer. I've used BB creams before, and they don't have as much pigment as this one has in it. And you'll be able to see this is quite a bit of pigment in here. So this color is Honey. Of course, we have several different shades. If you need help color matching, just let me know. But that's what I use because it does have a moisturizer in it, so it really helps when my skin is really dry. So you can apply this different ways. You can use a blending bud, you can use a foundation brush, you can use a flat foundation brush, all different methods to do this. But I have been using my liquid foundation brush to apply it. So I will just put a little bit of this in the brush. And if I want more coverage, which I do today, I will actually add my concealer to it. Where? I would if I had it. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. I'm not at home, so things get a little weird. So I'm gonna take some of my concealer, dab a little bit of that. This is not Scarlet, the light concealer that I normally use. This is Chiffon, which is closer to the color of my foundation. So I just put those two together, just to get a little extra coverage and still get that moisture. But if you don't feel like you need the extra coverage, then you can just do the BB. Now I love the way this feels because it really just feels like moisturizer.
No. Listen to me. Come here. Come here. I need you to keep an eye on your brother, please.
You can tell I'm at my mom's this week. It is a holiday. So there's lots of kids and other parents that you're hearing. These aren't my kids in trouble. So just an FYI. And I just make sure that I have a really good coat of this. All right. So that is the coverage with BB. And you can see it's a bit shiny, so I always apply a powder. But I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer just because I feel like I need a little bit more concealer under my eyes. So I'm gonna take this Chiffon again, which is a couple shades, maybe one shade lighter than that Honey is. And I'm going to apply that as well with my concealer brush. Just a little dot of it. A little goes a long way. And I'm just gonna apply that right around my dark circles. You can see they're already better just because I put that foundation mixed with the concealer. And I dab. I do not rub because I do not want that to be settled in my wrinkles. I want that to sit right on top. And I don't want to mix it in with my primer either. I want it to sit right on top of that primer. And if you have any other areas that you want to cover, I have a little spot right there. It's a really good coverage there. Okay, and then the last thing I do is I apply my powder. And I'm actually going to use my loose powder today. This is in Frivolous. This is a concealer, a foundation, it's can be several different things, whatever you want to use it for. And I'm just going to use my brush, my big powder puff brush. And I'm going to just do a loose coat because I don't want to pack a lot of powder on my face because, again, it's really dry here. All right, so there's my base for the day. I'll be able to do my eye makeup and my shadow and everything else later. But that is my dry skin and makeup look. Have any questions, let me know. Bye.